got it.
There we go. Here I am.
Hello.
I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am 69 years old.
One of the most valuable lessons that we received from Jay was that we should try and listen closely and deeply to the words of people we love and respect, because there is value behind the messages that they were trying to convey to us. And although we may not realize the true value in that current moment, there will come a time when we come to an epiphany about how valuable those words really were. Jay wanted us to know that when he was unhappy or sad or just felt plain defeated, that his mother would tell him that tomorrow will be a new day. And although he didn't understand or hear those words in that current moment, eventually he was able to hear the truth behind those words, and it has helped him throughout his life. Jay wanted us to take heed of his mother's words and just relax and not lose hope, and that we should believe in ourselves that we can make a change in our own lives and in the world. And I'm forever grateful for all the advice that he has given us.
Something that I didn't think I took for granted so much, but that I really realized after is how important and all that my parents gave to me. And I know when I was your age, it was hard to look at that or believe that. And this is one of the things that I'm saying you can't really hear today. But maybe when you're my age, you'll look back and, be happy with who you are and realize that some of the opportunities and experiences that you had, were important.
Jay is an incredibly inspiring person, and he's offered me new insights into what it means to be a gay male in America. To be gay today means to be strong, to have courage, and to always rise, even when times get tough. Jay showed this courage during the AIDS epidemic when far too many people were dying from the disease, and the government was not doing nearly enough to help. Jay mobilized and used his success in his business to join a board in SF dedicated to helping people affected by AIDS. He worked with the CFO of Bank of America and other corporate leaders on the board to help fight against AIDS, and they were the most radical. They were in DC and Sacramento trying to get laws changed on both the state and federal levels. With the push from the board, San Francisco moved to allow needle exchange in the city, which society was largely against. But Jay and others realized AIDS was spreading outside the gay community into people with drug addictions and more. So they created secret places where they would be on the street to exchange dirty needles for clean needles. After the AIDS epidemic, Jay continued his natural passion and love for the community through his philanthropic beliefs. I want to thank you, Jay, for showing me what it means to keep fighting, even when times get rough, because better days do lie ahead.
So then more people started to get tested, and I was counseling people to get tested. I thought, well, I've got to, and you know what? And I, for some reason, and this is a terrible or a truthful thing to tell you, but I didn't expect to live. Being gay at this time was a death sentence. I felt like I was conducting myself in a safe practices. It wasn't like I wasn't, having sex or something, but it was in what I deemed a safe fashion. But I started to take a more public, role, which I took to a lot of my personality was that, and one of the things that I came out of this, all of this, that I realized I'm a connector. I'm a kind of safe, digestible guy to most people. I came to the philanthropy was because of the loss and all of these unfinished lives that that I was going to try and make a difference for all of them that didn't survive.
In one of the meeting sessions, Jay and us had an opportunity to talk about the end of life plan. I think Jay gave me an inspirational value that resonated with me a lot. I really agree what he said, don't leave any regret. Just keep this value in mind and try to do what we want and say what we want to say to important people such as family, friends, and lovers. Because we never know whether we have a second chance to do big things. After all, life is so short and can change immediately. You mentioned that life doesn't have to be perfect and we shouldn't be afraid of that. Each life stage has different wonderful experiences that we should memorize. We should grasp the moment to embrace the amazing world, amazing community, and amazing people, and try to leave our fear and anxiety behind us. I think the thing is really important to know and remember. So thank you so much for your sharing. I learned a lot of things from you. Thank you.
And this is important to me, then the very important stuff. Um, I don't want to have any pain. I don't want to hang on. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to be doing any of these, where they say, oh, go for radiation and whatever, but you're going to be dragging a leg for the rest of your life or something. I mean, not that my life has to be perfect, but for some of these things to get a little bit more time for you to be miserable or whatever, I personally just don't want it. A lot of people are afraid of death, and I have to say this is that I feel, and you've kind of heard a lot about me, I feel like I've tried to and pretty much live my life to the fullest. And if it was over tomorrow, I wouldn't have so many regrets. And I think that's the way how we have to live our lives is to, do what we want, when we want, and how we want. And that's the advice that I gave you as young people. Be 20 when you're 20 and 30 when you're 30 and 50. And there's different things that you want to do that you enjoy doing and, at different times of our lives. There is hope, and don't give up and don't feel defeated. And that's the message that I give you, is, that doesn't kill us, makes us stronger. And that we just, we have to be smart and we have to, come together as like communities to whatever our causes might be. I mean, the AIDS and the gay thing was personal to me, but, whether it's about the environment or whatever is important to you, and I know these aren't the happiest days of, your lives, having to kind of be at home and locked down and, not being able to go to school as you knew or dreamed it to be. But this isn't going to be forever. And the sooner that we, bear down, and is the sooner this will be over and our lives will return to a new, better reality.